Hey, this is a quick follow-up video from my previous one talking about whether or not you should pre-order Heroquest. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and click here and watch that first, because the rest of this video is going to make more sense if you've seen that video first. Just two quick corrections before I start. Many of you did mention that the original elf did have a sword. I think I watched Bardic Broadcast's predictions video for the new Heroquest, and for some reason, because he mentioned the elf having a bow, I think I got it in my head that the original did have a bow. But you all are right, the elf did originally have a sword. And then secondly, this is really important for those of you who are wanting to print out and follow my tutorial on how to make the LED lit Heroquest logo. Ian did post that for free, so follow the links in the descriptions below and you can get that for free without becoming a patron of his. All right, so let's go ahead and see what did we learn from this 30-minute webinar on PulseCon. I'll tell you right off the bat, there's two things that we didn't learn that I really wanted to know. If you watch the chat section, you're going to see that a ton of people are asking for it to be delivered to the rest of the world, or Europe at least. And they never address that, or don't even mention why they're not doing that. And then secondly, the one I really wanted to know is whether or not this game is going to go to retail, because some folks said that anything that is crowdfunded is not actually sent to retail. So that's the question I really wanted to know, and that wasn't answered here either. So the most important questions that we were having was not being answered. And in fact, the two questions that they fielded from the chat, someone must have chosen them because they were just sort of random questions. Now, one of them was good because it gives us a little bit more information about the rules, but the other one was just stupid. So let's go ahead and see what they did say and what we are learning about the game. First is, and it isn't that the panel said anything, but someone in the chat did say that the shipping to Canada was fixed. At one point, I think shipping was like $135 just for shipping. And so I think they fixed that so that shipping is a lot cheaper. For those of you Canadians who declined to back because of the shipping, go ahead and go back and check, because I think they reduced the shipping price so that it's what it should be, because that was just ridiculous. Secondly, they mentioned that the mentor can be played as the wizard, and in fact they came out with a card. It's the same card as the wizard, but it has the mentor's picture in it. So if you want to choose to use that figure instead of the wizard, you can go ahead and do that. They also revealed an alternate sculpt for the zombie. So it's a female zombie, and I think it will probably be a stretch goal. I'm not 100% sure when that's going to be available. So one of the other things that they revealed is a $4 million stretch goal, where one of the panelists, Joe, is creating an encounter. It sounds like a boss encounter, and so that will be unlocked at 4 million, which might happen. I'm not entirely sure. And then one of the questions that they did answer from the chat was whether or not the rules were going to be the same as the original or if it was going to be different. And they didn't really answer this outright, but they did hint at the possibility of revised rules popping up in the stretch goals. They also did give a little bit more information about the warlock, saying that you can transform or something into or combine with one of the monsters. I'm not 100% sure, but it does seem like ranged attacks is going to be an option. So these new characters that are going to be unlocked, and it definitely seems like there's going to be more of them again in the stretch goals. That's basically all that we learned, not a whole lot more. I was really disappointed that they didn't field more questions or really address the issues that we really wanted to know, which was shipping to the rest of the world, opening it up, whether or not it was going to go to retail. My suggestion would have been to just open up the exclusives from the crowdfunding campaign to the rest of the world, and then if it was shipped retail, people could buy the retail box later, locally, wherever they live. But I didn't receive the answer of whether or not it was going to be available at retail at some point in the future. The Polygon article did seem to say that they do have intention to sell it at retail, but again, no confirmation on that. So overall, it wasn't super helpful. We didn't learn a whole lot about the details of the game that wasn't already available at the crowdfunding website. So I think people who are already frustrated with the campaign and how Hasbro was dealing with this is just going to be further angry because they really didn't answer people's questions. And if you look at the chat, everyone was asking about shipping it to Europe, to the rest of the world. They completely ignored that. So my guess is that they're really not going to answer that question or possibly open it up to the rest of the world. It doesn't seem like they're very motivated to do that, nor are they going to give a reason for why they're not doing that either. But we'll wait and see. They were promising a lot of stretch goals. If Joe's scenario or quest is going to unlock at 4 million, that's a lot of other potential unlocks that's going to happen in the future. Although I'm a little bit worried it's just going to be 2 additional minions like what they currently have, which again is a little anemic as stretch goals. So hopefully that was helpful for you. Like and subscribe, and if there are any other news that we learn, I'll go ahead and make sure to post that. But we'll see you later. Bye-bye.